we were able to make a 3D coin, and we think that's going to be a real nice keepsake for everybody. We're also printing a historical booklet, probably 150, 160 pages. They'll have some information, some lists, but a lot of old pictures too. So we think that's coffee table material. We make sure that everybody has a chance to purchase those.
Absolutely. So once again, Steve, July 9th from 1 to 5 out at the McLean County Fairgrounds Expo Center there in Bloomington.
It's air conditioned too. just everybody wants to know that.
That's probably one of the keys right there, air conditioned.
Very informal. Yeah. So, if no dress up. It's a social. There will be a cash bar, and we have food available, and we think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, and hopefully you have a good turnout. I know a lot of coaches through the state of Illinois. It's a good thing for them to get together and just. I'm sure there'll be a few stories to tell. Do you have any? You've been doing this for quite some time. Anything that really sticks out, over the years that you want to share with us as far as a story or two?
Well, nothing I could probably put on the air.
None of the good ones, huh?
But I will say this. We did have 2 exhibits at the girls and boys state tournaments of memorabilia, as we will on July 9th. But the great part about some of the memorabilia that people would come up and talk to our volunteer coaches, and then the stories about their school or their team came out. And it was pretty exciting to listen to some of the things that happened in Southern Illinois as opposed to the Chicago area. But it was a very bonding experience for all of us. So there'll be a lot of stories on the 9th. Some of them will probably be true, and we think it'll be a really, really great social experience.
Yeah, some may be exaggerated. Steve, before we let you go, tell us a little bit about the Wintrust Hall of Fame Center that's been in the works for several years. I know COVID had a little something to do with maybe the opening and the process of it, but where do you guys stand on that?
Well, I'm not real privy to all the information, but what we have now is in Bedford Park, kind of a handshake agreement to try to feel our way into this. They do have a sports complex up there, and they're really proud of it. It's a great place, some gym space, and perhaps some space for us as well. But I think what we're going to do is delve into some programs that we're required and should do, some leadership programs in the fall for some student athletes. And I think we're going to put some memorabilia around the building just to kind of see where we're at with all that. And we hope that goes well, because we've been waiting a long time for this to happen. And I'm fairly confident that this will work. But again, we're just kind of taking baby steps with this.
Right. And I know they had a video at your last banquet, and from what the video showed us, it looks amazing up there. Excellent facilities, and this would just add to it. So, good job.
I'm sorry. We just have so much history, and I'm afraid that it's going to get lost. And there's a lot of great history that it's just not the state tournaments. There's a lot of social situations and things that people just aren't aware of. In fact, on July 9th, we're going to dedicate a portion of our program to the 50th anniversary of Title IX. And we'll have some very important people who were instrumental in that in Illinois that are in attendance. So we think the history is something that needs to be gotten out.
Oh, absolutely. Coaches these days, the young ones coming up, they don't know the history, back in the 70s and 80s on, back then, we had 2 classes. So it was probably a little tougher to do, but, the history is just, it just goes back so far, and, people lose track of it. And, You know, they don't
Well,
know.
it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
There was actually girls' high school basketball at the beginning of the 19th century, the 20th century, I should say, the 1900s. And then the IHSA said, no, that's too much trouble for girls, so let's not do that anymore.
Right.
So there's a lot of stories out there.
Yeah, and look at it now. You know, it's grown.
Yeah.
It's Illinois has got to be one of the top states in the nation known for their basketball, and for you guys to have this and keep it going, keep that memory rolling. That's a great thing.
Yes.
One more time, how can they get some information on this and get signed up or send donations?
Well, our website is probably the easiest way to get there, and we will publicize it in some of the newspapers and how to get tickets. I really can't give you any other information. I don't have a phone number to give you or anything.
What is the website?
Yes, it's ibcaillinois.com.
Okay. All right. So hopefully you have a good turnout. Once again, thanks for taking some time this morning, and we look forward to talking to you guys down the road.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
We really appreciate the time we spend here.
Yep, no problem, Steve. And, hopefully, like I said, have a good turnout and just kind of walk around, mingle, and listen to all the stories or the fairy tales.
We'll have fun.
Yeah.
We'll have fun.
Yes, sir. All right. That's Steve Allen with the IBCA, and we're going to take a commercial break. We come back. We're going to talk some golf, Jake. Oh, you very good at golfing?
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen you golf. That's a fib. All right, so stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? Missed bills, housing troubles, employment issues. It can be overwhelming, but with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 specialists are trained to help you overcome seemingly impossible challenges, however complex they are. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
This message presented by the United Way of Logan County.
Come join the Growl family. It's Growl right now. Come join the Growl family. It's Growl right now.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau, Grau Chevrolet Buick. If you're in the market for a new used car or truck and don't see what you're looking for, please give us a call. We'll gladly let you know what we have coming in, and we'll search for the perfect vehicle for you. Incentives and rebates are changing all the time, and now is a great time to purchase a newer used car or truck. Call us at Grau Chevrolet Buick at 217-735-4444. Visit us on the internet at www.grauinc.com or stop by and see us the old-fashioned way at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Come join the Grau family. It's Grau right now.
Capsule's Meals on Wheels program provides 5 nutritious meals delivered 3 days a week in Logan and Mason County. Meals delivered by volunteers and staff always come with a wellness check and a smile. Program is free for eligible participants with donations accepted on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Let us help you or a loved one maintain their independence at home. Funding is provided by Area Agency on Aging for Lincoln Land and United Way of Logan County.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick. Are you planning a summer road trip? Do you have plans to hit the open road with your family? If so, plan a visit to the detail shop for a wash and back, wash and wax, or a complete detail inside and out. The staff of the detail shop will return your car or truck to near showroom condition by using clay bar application, buffing, waxing, carpet extraction, and tar and road oil removal. If we detail your interior, it will smell great as well. Your car or truck will look fantastic because our staff has the tools to perform the job correctly, and they know how to properly use them. We have openings now but are filling up daily, so please call the detail shop at 217-732-8583 to set up your appointment so your car or truck is clean and shiny for your summer road trip.
Come join the Grau. It's Grau right now.
Y'all ready for this?
Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. A home run for Gibson. And the Dodgers have won the 5-4. I don't believe what I just saw.
Quick pitch to Walter, looking for the record. Cuts back. He's got it. He's got it with a 25 to the Football League all-time leading rusher surpassing Jim Brown. He gets it out deep and Havlicek steals it. Over. Johnny Havlicek. Throws. Touchdown.
Hurley up the floor with Leitner. They throw it to the left of the floor. Leitner catches, comes down, dribbles, shoots. Leitner has hit the bucket at the bottom.
Those are classic. He just burrows through them.
Jim trying to do some.
Is on the field.
Jim's trying to do some fill work here. He must not think we have anything to talk about.
We had nothing.
No, but
question posed to me. A couple answers texted in. One is Joe could be trying out a new mower. I'm just going to leave it as mower, not where they said specifically, but new mower. I think that's false. We all know Joe's too cheap for that.
Yeah.
And the other one was actually what he's doing today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They don't know where. But,
well, I mean,
I said specific. You got to be specific, folks.
Oh, specific. You want details. We're not just giving these tickets away. You got to earn them.
You got to earn them. I mean, we got some nice action park tickets here. So another question posed to me, Scotty, sweetest swing from your Cub or Cardinal player in the history of the team?
Oh, wow.
Sweetest swing. When you think of sweet swings from your beloved Coup, who do you like?
Well, define sweet swing. Like,
my answer for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he was there a very short time, was Will Clark. Will Clark, in my opinion, had one of the smoothest, sweetest swings in baseball. I thought it was awesome. He's one of the guys I like to emulate when I was back in the day, Him and Ken Griffey Jr. were my two favorites. I was left-handed. They were left-handed, so it kind of worked for me. A couple other people that had been brought up for the Cardinals. Of course, you got Albert, which he's just a powerful swing. I wouldn't say his is a really sweet-looking swing. I never thought Stan the Man swing was really that eloquent. You wouldn't say, man, I'd love to see that swing just any time. Oscar Taveras, though, again, very short time with the Cardinals, but boy, he had a sweet swing. Ray Langford, another great one. Larry Walker, Adrian Beltre from both sides of the plate. Pretty sweet swing. I mean, those are the guys I'm thinking of. J.D. Drew, maybe. Those are some big Cardinal swings that I think of in the past that were, like I said, just a joy to watch. And when they made contact, you knew damage was happening.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
really?
a tough question. I don't really look at people. That's a sweet swing.
Really?
I mean,
Chris Bryant.
Yeah,
some of those guys. But you look at
this day and age, though. The swing's different. They're all about launch angle. So back in the day, line drives. Rip the ball. They weren't trying to get that launch angle, and so I don't know. But
Mark Grace's swing was pretty nice.
Yeah, Mark Grace. See, you know more about the Cubs than I do.
Andre Dawson had that funky stance and everything, but boy, when that bat came through the zone, you were just hoping the ball wasn't anywhere near it because the wind was going to I mean, it was unbelievable. So there's a few.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, I guess I haven't really thought about it. It's a good question.
Right.
Maybe I'll have an answer for you next week.
Stay tuned.
Probably not. I was waiting on Christy Frege. She's a little tied up at the moment. Says she's going to try to make it in, talk about the Dare Golf outing coming up here next Friday. So if you want to get signed up.
Big deal for Lincoln and Logan County. And the Dare does a lot of help, especially with the youth in our community and drug awareness and whatnot. But they've really, I know they've helped out through the years and really helped kids that may needed a hand up or their parents needed a hand up to get their kids motivated to go in the right direction. And I know through the years personally that they've helped a couple friends of mine with their kids and really put them into a really nice situation. And I believe, with one of them, I believe it'll leapfrog into a college opportunity. So, Christy should be proud of that, and hopefully she can get on here and tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll sit here and just wait.
Okay.
In silence. No, I'm just kidding.
We can hop in the golf cart and go for a ride.
Yeah. We'll
take this thing mobile.
Yeah. We are at Four Corners Lube. They're busy today. They've got cars pulling in left and right. Got 2 in the bay right now.
2 in the bay.
Yeah, they won't be in there long though. It's quick, in and out. Got to have that oil changed.
They take care of it too, man. They get it all greased up and ready to go. Get the undercarriage ready to go. I mean, it's all about the maintenance here.
Maintenance. Got to maintain those vehicles.
make them last longer, and hopefully run more efficiently, because let's face it, we do not need to be wasting efficiency on our vehicles right now.
Yeah.
And I don't care what kind of vehicle you're driving. You could be driving one of them jacked up pickup trucks. You could be driving a Prius.
Yeah.
You need that thing to be running as optimal as possible.
Your gas is 3 times higher now than it was, not too long
Not
ago.
only that, but they're making this big push to get people to switch to electric vehicles and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if any of y'all paid attention, but the last week to 2 weeks, there has been a massive increase in the electric bills, especially from businesses. It's quadrupled.
Yeah.
The kilowatt hour price is quadrupled, and it is a trickle down. It is going to hit the homeowners, I think, this month or next month, and it's going to be about the same change. With that happening, I think. To be honest, I believe it's a push by the current government to get us into more of a solar mindset, get housing into solar, and you do that, then it's going to make it pretty inexpensive to refill your car at home. But until then, there's not a real good ideas going on there.
No, it's
Rough time.
It's a really rough time. You go fill up your truck, $110, when it used to be about 45 or 50.
I just had to fill the diesel. It was 160.
Ouch. Yeah. And, people, it's going to be to the point where they're not going to want to get out and just, go. A lot of people with Jeeps right now, you're always having these cruises.
Yeah, they're taking it out, backing it out, going around the block and pulling it back in.
And, it's just what it is. Food prices are up. Everything is just up. We're in a rough situation right now. Hopefully we can rebound and, just cross our fingers that it all starts with gas. You get those gas prices down.
Well, yeah, you're transporting.
Speaking of gas, there goes a big old truckload of it right there.
You're transporting that whatever product it is. You working out there at the FedEx, you see the product come in. Well, you're having to increase costs
exactly
to accommodate not only your increase in costs in fuel, but let's face it, in the last 3 years, the employee costs have went way through the roof.
Yeah,
a guy that in 2016 you would hire him in, and let's say he was just a high school kid. You'd start him in, you'd be like, pay him $10 an hour. He's a good kid, and thinking, that's pretty solid. Well, now that kid is $13, $14, and $15 an hour, and you hope you can keep him.
Right, and that's the thing is, people hiring now, you're going to start at top scale because it's so hard to find people to work and people willing to work that you can't just you're going to start out of this and in 4, 5, 6 years you'll gradually
and the other thing that stinks is let's say you got a raise of $2 last year and late in the year. That raise is gone. It's eaten by the inflation of everything else right now.
Your cost of living raise.
Not that we're a sports show or anything, and sorry to get you off topic.
It's
just the life we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, and it's going to affect sports. People aren't going to travel to go to these games, and it's just I don't know.
Yeah, this year I don't like it. I think baseball is somewhat solid this year because tickets were bought before the season, basically. The majority of the tickets were bought before the season. But after this, we'll see what happens from here on out. So.
Right. Well, what time
and that's a show.
That's a wrap, Jake. You just took us to another level.
Your Golden State Warriors, I see, pulled off a win there.
My Golden State Warriors.
You're a big fan.
I'm going to tell you what, I didn't watch any.
Not a single play? Highlights? Nothing?
We'll say maybe a total of 3.5 minutes is what I watched.
You know who they played at least?
It was Boston and Golden State. I don't live under a rock. I'm
just making sure.
I just don't watch NBA. I watched the Bulls a little bit this year just because of IO.
And they were a little more entertaining.
A lot more entertaining. Yes. I don't know. Hopefully I can get back into it. I don't know. I don't know what it's about the NBA. Love college basketball. just
college basketball the last couple of years, especially for us Illinois fans, have really.
I'm excited
really
about this upcoming season as well.
Are you?
Very.
I'm more excited about this upcoming season than I was last season.
Yeah,
some fantastic transfers. I don't know who's in charge of getting those transfers.
Jeff,
but wow.
They've got probably the best it's kind of weird
class
recruiting
and one of the best transfer classes.
And it's just kind of weird that you talk about that now, that where you rank in transfers. It's part of the game now, where you got to not only worry about keeping your own kids, you got to
we have lost a couple.
Absolutely.
We've lost a few, even the last, not just this year, but last year as well. That we thought were going to be something.
3 or 4 that you thought were going to contribute this year. That's loud. Podzinski, he left. Verdonk left.
Yep.
Curbello's gone. Those are 3 guys right there that you thought were going to be part of Illinois' future. But
honestly,
you look at
the Curbello thing, I like that kid, but it almost felt like he was trying to do too much too quick. You know what I mean? He's quick as a hiccup. Boy, compared to the year before, it's like he lost a half a step and he was trying to make up for it.
Yeah, he had some injuries and things like that.
I think that was a lot of it,
But he's moving on, and so, but what they have coming in, man.
Wow. It is a wow. I know there's you're right. You got to produce on the court, and you can hype it up all you want, but until you go out there and get it done. But if they say what they have is, it could be a very, very fun season. Very entertaining season, yes.
Yeah. All right. What do you think, Lloyd? What does I've been kind of looking at Lloyd's cup here. What is that in there? To me, it looks like an adult beverage of some sort.
Lemonade iced tea mix.
Little Arnold Palmer? No,
just iced tea. Huh?
Just iced tea. Okay. Looks like a Flatbush Light in there.
The Jakes.
There he goes.
We did a
cheers
commercial one time, and we had iced tea in the drinks, and it did look like an alcoholic beverage standing in front of us.
Yeah, well, it must have been delicious because he just slammed it.
Lukewarm.
Delicious. Delicious.
You were talking about golf, Scotty.
I was?
That's what you said. You were bringing us back to talk about golf, and you hadn't done it yet.
Well, it's the dare. We were kind of waiting for Christy to show up and let her throw this out. They'd rather listen to her than us, obviously.
That's a fact.
But it looks like we're going to
look at her than us, too.
Jibber-jabber for a couple more minutes, and then we'll dive into it. But I guess we can talk a little baseball here if you want. Me, not so much. Cubs are struggling, hard to watch. They did beat the Braves yesterday, ended their little streak, ended 2 streaks. Cubs losing streak and the Braves winning streak.
Yeah.
So, they've got some young talent on there. That Christopher Morel, I really like him. Very energetic outfielder. They've got.
How's the young? I can't think of his name. Apologize. The Asian kid that came up right at the beginning.
He's dealing with some injuries right now.
Okay. I was going to say, boy, he really made a splash right off the bat.
Yeah, he's been dealing with some injuries. I think they put him on the DL. I'm not really sure how long, but so there's that. And then, you look around the league at the Cubs that are gone. You don't really hear much of Chris Bryant right now over in Colorado. Rizzo had a pretty good series against the Cubs there when they played the Yankees. Baez up in Detroit.
I tell you what, Rizzo's Yankees, they're playing really good ball right now.
And how can you
they're
not?
Almost at 50. I think they're right at 50 wins. 48, 50 wins.
That's because they're willing to spend the money.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Yeah.
You spend the money, you get these guys, and Hopefully the Cubs can bounce back next year, hit that free agent market. I'm not really sure what it's going to look like, but we need pitching.
Yep.
We need all kinds of things. But
the Cubs are sitting there with 24 wins, 40 losses.
Yeah,
right now.
it's rough to watch. I'm not going to lie.
And the Cardinals are almost the opposite of that.
Yeah.
So,
well, good for you.
I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Then you got Lloyd and his Phillies.
The Phillies, they're not playing bad ball. They're at 35 wins, 31 losses. So they're above the 500.
Above 500.
But they're trailing the Atlanta Braves and the New York Metropolitans.
Yeah, still a lot of baseball.
A lot of baseball. Trade deadline's coming right around the corner, too. All these teams, you're going to start seeing some moves here real soon, maybe even by this weekend.
Yeah. When is trade deadline? That's not till end of July.
Yeah, but you're seeing it more often. Teams don't want to be lost out, and they're thinking, you know what? If we had this, we can make a move. And a team like the Phillies, who's just on the outside there right now, maybe making a run of that second position in the playoffs. You got to think that they're thinking, well, you know what? Who can we go after? You got San Francisco and the Dodgers also looking to jump in there. You got San Diego leading the West with 41 wins right now. I mean, there's some good teams out there, and a lot of them are looking to do something. Colorado's going to be looking to sell some pieces off. Arizona looking to sell some pieces. Cincinnati, maybe Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's pretty young. I don't think they're going to want to give up on much. You got the Cubs, which I don't know what they could do to unload more. I don't think anybody's taking on your Hayward.
Contreras is about the only piece that I can see.
Yeah.
The Cubs may be moving. Obviously, you don't want to get rid of your young talent.
Yep.
But I guess you just never know.
What about Washington? Maybe unloading Soto. I could see that with
Didn't I just read who's out for the season for Washington?
And that might be.
Was it Soto or
I wasn't paying, not paying attention.
Somebody.
I'm just looking at standings here, but Seattle
Rendon,
also is out there. Oakland's going to have a whole bunch of possibilities there. You got Kansas City and Detroit. White Sox are looking to run La Russa out there.
I can't believe he's still there. That's a team that you start the season probably the favorite in the Central.
Oh, yeah. And now you got the Twins running away with it.
Yeah, and, man, I don't know what is going on over there, but White Sox are struggling big time.
Yep.
And, I think the blame goes to La Russa. I just think his type of managing style is
outdated.
Very outdated. To be blunt about it. So I don't know. I mean, obviously when you're not playing well, it's going to come back on your coach. But are the players producing? Are they putting them in? Is he putting them in the right spot, the right position to succeed? I don't know.
Well, then attitude like that, you never will.
Right.
So. No, I agree. I mean, it was the same thing in St. Louis. There was an argument to be made that, at the time, you saw a lot of the veterans. The veterans would do great in the St. Louis system, whereas the young guys a lot of times struggled. You looked at guys like J.D. Drew, and there was a couple other young guys, Colby Rasmus, in the system there, and they did not mesh well with La Russa's style. And you think of the White Sox, and the White Sox built with a lot of youth in that organization. So you got to think maybe, you're right. That probably has something to contribute to.
You got to find, what they say, a little lightning in a bottle somewhere. Maybe getting rid of La Russa is the first step. And
they're right there too. I mean, it's not like they're buried.
Right.
They have an opportunity, but boy, it's amazing how quick that window closes in Major League Baseball.
No doubt. Well, unfortunately, Christy's not going to be able to make it, Jake. So we'll throw out this information for her. The 26th annual Lincoln Dare Golf Outing at the Lincoln Elks Golf Course, Friday, June 24th, 11:30 a.m. registration will start. 12:30 p.m. shotgun start. They'll have hot dogs and brats at the 10th hole before start. And then hot dogs and brats, water will be served for lunch, sandwiches in the afternoon. You can send your entry form and payment to Christy Fruget or Susan Pegram, 710 5th Street, Lincoln, Illinois. Or you can also email cfruget@lincoln lincolnillinois.gov or spgram@lincolnillinois.gov. It's $75 per person, $300 per team. It's a 4-person best ball scramble. If you have any questions, give them a call at 217-732-2151. So 26 years of Lincoln Dare golf. I know you discussed a little bit earlier how important that program is to just kids in Logan County.
Yes.
In Lincoln, Illinois, who they help out.
It is structured for this community, not just Lincoln, but Logan County as well.
Right.
You have Atlanta and Hartsburg and Emden, Pulaski, surrounding areas, Elkhart, but it is definitely geared for the local communities to help them, and it's a big deal for these kids, and they do so many things, besides just the drug awareness, to get kids in a positive position to get them to succeed, and that's a big deal.
Right, and you might have a kid down on his luck, and when you help him out, it might steer him down a different path.
That and the parents. I mean, when you give a kid a hand up, that's not only helping him, but that can help the parents in a big way as well. Because especially this year, we're seeing it, and there's a lot of people that need a little something extra just to make things happen. At home, at work, everything else, and the DARE program does a fantastic job of reaching out.
Yep. So get signed up for the 26th annual DARE golf outing. So next Friday, 12:30 p.m. shotgun start, 11:30 registration, and get signed up.
There you go. You signed us up there, Scotty, are you?
Well, Scotty's got to work. I didn't know about it. I'm sure Joe has the pamphlet on his desk, or he's got his team together and just didn't want us to.
They do have the brats and hot dogs, so that sounds like something Joe would be after.
I guess maybe we'll just show up and eat.
Joe gave away. That was part of he said it last week, but yeah, he gave away that $10,000.
$10,000, yeah. So I don't know. He just whipped out his checkbook, and here you go.
Maybe
right?
He's in hiding because they're trying to collect it. Right?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Joe, we'll find him.
Looks like the employees are showing up at the Jake's Furniture.
Yeah, the store's opening up, Jake. You got furniture to sell.
We do. We got a sale going on. Lots of availability.
Yeah, inventory reduction going on now.
Absolutely.
At Jake's.
We are definitely having an inventory reduction.
Right. Beautiful day today, Saturday. You got some softball going on in Jacksonville, you said, heading over there later. Beautiful day to be out and about, cruising around if you can afford those gas prices. In the pool. It's Father's Day weekend, so happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. It should be a pretty delightful weekend. After the heat this past week, just wow.
Oh, yeah.
And it's only June.
Yeah. Like I said, one day I did come home, just threw the phone into the chair. Didn't even go up on the deck. Just dove right into the pool.
Dove right in and float around for a little
while. The wife said,
now, do you consider
have your clothes on?
Yeah, do you consider that a shower?
Yes.
Yeah?
100%.
All right. Well,
my pool is sparkling clean.
Yeah, mine is too now, finally.
It is sparkling clean.
Sparkling.
Maybe I feel like it's the cleanest it's ever been. I actually made that comment to my neighbors. My neighbors come over to swim all the time and said, do you guys feel like it's the cleanest this pool's ever been? And they were, pretty impressed with
the
clarity.
You were just dirty before.
I feel like it was compared to this. I feel like it was dirty.
Well, you got it when you hook the tubes up right and the hoses. It makes a difference,
it's
right?
It's amazing when you hook it up properly.
When you hook it up right, it tends to work a little bit better.
And put some chemicals in there once in a while, for God's sake.
Chemicals, yeah. You got to have them. Speaking of chemicals, that stuff's through the roof as well.
Hey, I've been fortunate so far. I haven't had to buy any this year because I had purchased so much of it last year. And I purchased right at the end of the year because I thought it was on sale, and it may have not been. I
should have enough to get through July, maybe a little bit of August. Then I'll have to purchase some chlorine. Yeah. So if any chlorine sponsors want to sponsor the show,
I was going to say, and GoFundMe to Scott Kirby.
We'll advertise your chlorine.
Yeah, I was going to say, GoFundMe. Scott Kirby needs chlorine
for one tablet, please.
One tablet.
One tablet. Well, that's going to do it for us today, Jake. I'd like to thank Four Corners Lube for having us.
Thanks to Mellow Joe and
well, thanks to Jim. Mellow
Jim,
Joe.
that's right.
Mellow Joe had
Jim.
nothing to do with this.
Yes, good point.
You know, he failed us once again, but that's all right. We still like him. Next week, 9 o'clock, we got anything special? I mean, no? Well, we don't know where we're going to be.
I'm going to be in Lake of the Ozarks at another softball tournament.
So we won't be at Jake's. Maybe we'll be at the quad. We'll try to go to the quad.
Ooh, maybe you can get some friends of the program to help you out there.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Nick, you listening? Anybody? All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? Missed bills, housing troubles, employment issues. It can be overwhelming, but with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 specialists are trained to help you overcome seemingly impossible challenges, however complex they are. 211 is always available to help, so get in touch today.
This message presented by the United Way of Logan County.
On top of you quickly, can't it? Missed bills, housing troubles, employment issues. It can be overwhelming, but with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 specialists are trained to help you overcome seemingly impossible challenges, however complex they are. 211 is always available to help, so get in touch today.
This message presented by the United Way of Logan County. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.